Vanakkam. Welcome to another edition of Indulge Auto. So, while the last car we brought you was very exciting, very quick, very fast, what we have here today may not be so exciting, but it is definitely more practical, more suited to family use, and yes, it saves you a lot of money by running on CNG. Of course, this is the facelift of the Tata Altroz. The Tata Altroz has been in the market for some time. The company has just refreshed the car with some new looks and new features, which we will talk about eventually. But the mechanicals stay the same. So there is a CNG option, there is diesel, and there is petrol. And of course, the latter is also available with the dual clutch automatic DCA gearboxes. But what we have here is a top end CNG model because it's not too often that we get to drive a CNG. And this is one car that we had our eyes and our heart set on. So, yeah, let's take a look at some of the unique features of this car as I tell you what is different compared to the previous generation. So one of the biggest changes that has been made is this front fascia. You see, this is a 3D printed grille now, space for the airflow. You can see the addition of a camera because now the car has 360 cameras. Of course, you have your daytime running lights. Your headlights are now also full LED. There is a LED fog lamp that is new here. And of course, you see this beautiful aerodynamic feature here from where air flows like this, keeps the brakes cool as well as provides better aerodynamics, as we said. I'm sorry, wheels have a more aerodynamic profile to them to make the car more efficient. You know, I somehow love this dual tone black body line and the distinct treatment and the black mirrors gives the car a certain look, a panache to it, if you may. And you have these cameras here again. You're talking about 360-degree camera for the car, so obviously it has to be there on all sides. New are also the flush door handles here. Of course, as I said, I always feel scared of them, but anyway, they're illuminated. So when you lock or unlock the car at night, you can see that there is a light on here and helps you look at the handle in that body. The rear remains similar. Of course, you have the so-called concealed latch for opening the rear door. And here again, when you come to the rear side of the car, you will see that the lights are again all LED. And the thing is, now you have that connected infinity light series, as they call it, runs from end to end like this. Of course, these guys say that they are always made for local, so vocal for local. That's a good point there. Let us take a look at the boot space because the boot space is something that is very important and has to be practical for most Indian families. Of course, the little camera concealed here also makes things good. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to open the boot space. Now, in this particular model, you'll see the boot space is a little compromised because you have the CNG cylinders below over here. The twin CNG cylinders fitted compactly, but I would still say you have a reasonable amount of space here. You could put maybe two medium-sized suitcases or one large suitcase, which suffices for most reasons. There is a hat rack, which means it conceals what is here, so it is not there for prying eyes. Overall, clean design structure, properly concealed, and you can see that over here you have a handle which helps you close the hatch. Let's take a look inside the car now. So the interior has, of course, seen quite a bit of change from what it was earlier. You now have more premium seats, which are beige in color here. You also see that they've enhanced under thigh support. So this makes it actually quite comfortable. You have a nice two-tone kind of a grey with a black interior, gold accents. What is new is also this ambient lighting, which is configurable as per your choice. The old screen is gone now. You have a 10.25-inch infotainment screen which has wireless Apple CarPlay, as you can see that it's running here. Then you have a 7-inch screen here. On the top petrol models and diesel models, you also get a full 10.25. But this is quite informative, right? From a compass to seating indicators to everything else. It's very common out here. You get this whole display, which is good. Of course, the lit Tata logo, when you start the car, this logo comes on. Looks damn good. Multifunction controls for the steering wheel. The decut steering wheel makes it easier for generously proportioned people like me. And of course, your light and your wiper controls. Here you get a wireless charger and touch switches for your air conditioning and hazard lights, switching to CNG in this case. Of course, you have a handy two compartment here, and there is, of course, this sliding armrest, which is very comfortable. This is as far as the front seat is confirmed. Now, let us go and sit in the back and see what is there. But before we go, I must tell you that the car also has a very nice music system. I think it is the best sound system in this segment. Anyway, that's that. Now, if I give the left hand side indicator, the camera on the left hand side activates and you get the picture here. It says left view and the signal is there. Similarly, if I do right, then the right side camera gets activated and I can see the picture here. I think this is a very nice feature because it lets you monitor both sides, whichever side you're turning, very easily. So the rear is also very well thought out and designed. You have enough space to put your feet up front. This is scooped out with a magazine holder right here. You have an air conditioning vent for air seat, and most importantly, there's a 65-watt fast charger for air seat occupants. Safety is of course paramount in the car. Besides new sheet metal, you have 6 airbags and electronic stability program as standard. And yes, how could I miss my favorite feature? It's right here. The armrest in the center makes sitting very comfortable. You have two cup holders here for your tea, coffee, or whatever else your fancy might be. And yeah, overall, I think that with this new extra under thigh support, sitting is actually very comfortable, and the back seat is also a nice place to be in if you're being driven or if you're part of a family and going on a long journey. So now we are driving the Altroz CNG on the road. This is the highway, Bangalore to Hyderabad highway. What I can tell you is that it is supremely comfortable to drive as long as you're not hustling along too much. Because do remember, this is not a car built for speed, it is built for economy. So, yes, you have comfortable seats here, you have a nice grip steering wheel, bottomed out at the bottom, of course, cut out at the bottom, D shape, if you want to call it, a nice smooth transmission, and all the controls fall naturally to hand. I think overall, as long as you are driving it nicely, steadily, you get great fuel economy and you also have a nice smooth ride. Suspension is good, travel is good. So yeah, overall a great experience. So this was a drive of the Tata Altroz, the iCNG version that we just drove. As we said, it comes in many power plant choices, petrol, diesel, CNG, etc., with a choice of dual clutch automatic, a 5-speed AMT and a 5-speed manual. Overall, I think the changes have been very good. They reflect a more positive side. A lot of other idiosyncrasies have now been ironed out, and the car is a much better package and a product altogether. The interiors are a huge improvement, I must say. All in all, I think this is one good car which deserves at least 7 out of 10 in our rating system. Pricing? Well, the smart variant starts at about 6.89 lakhs for the petrol and it goes up to 11.29 lakhs for the diesel. I think overall that's a very good pricing strategy. And yes, it's certainly a car which is worth considering if you're looking for something practical and has space inside and is feature loaded. I hope you enjoyed this review with us. Please keep watching our channel, subscribe to our social media, and I look forward to bringing you another good car very soon.